Prologue. They say blood is thicker than water, but no one ever talks about what happens when the blood screams. Chapter 1. The Inheritance. Jordan Price never believed in curses. He was a rational man, 32, single, raised in the city, working in software design, and hardly the type to believe in ghost stories. But when he received a letter from a law firm in rural Pennsylvania about an inherited family estate, something in his gut twisted. He didn't know much about his extended family. His mother, Clara, had severed ties years ago. She never spoke about her upbringing, only that it was filled with dark things better left buried. When she died of cancer, Jordan found a single faded photograph in her belongings, a group of unsmiling people in front of a decrepit Victorian house. No names, just the date scrawled on the back, October 19, 1975. And now, almost 50 years later to the day, that house was his. Chapter 2. The house on Ethel Hollow Road. The estate, a crumbling 3-story mansion, stood at the end of Ethel Hollow Road, a place the GPS struggled to find. The trees leaned in unnaturally as Jordan drove up the gravel path. The air felt thick, like it hadn't been disturbed in years. A dusty key fit perfectly into the iron-wrought door. Inside, the air was cold despite the October sun. He walked through the halls slowly, each creaking floorboard feeling like it might betray him. Family portraits lined the walls, dozens of them, all with the same eyes. His eyes. The Price family had deep-set eyes, almost sunken, framed by tired sockets. Their mouths, though, were the most disturbing part. They were all mid-scream, not smiling, not frowning, screaming. Chapter 3. Whispers and Scratches. The first night was quiet except for the sounds he blamed on an old house. Creaks, groans, and something like claws on wood. He explored the attic the next morning and found trunks full of old journals, most of them rotted beyond recognition. One, however, remained dry and legible, wrapped in plastic. The name on the cover, Joseph Price, his grandfather. He flipped through pages describing the family scream, a passage rite, a ritual older than the house itself. To keep the scream buried, it must be passed on. The blood remembers, the voice remembers. We scream so they won't. Jordan slammed the book shut. Something about those words made his skin crawl. That night he heard the scream for the first time. It wasn't a sound from this world. It echoed through the walls, high-pitched and broken like someone screaming with their entire being. He bolted from bed, heart pounding, only to find the house silent again. Chapter 4. The Blood Room. The next day, Jordan followed a trail of scratch marks behind an old bookshelf in the basement. It led to a hidden door, Mike Small, with a rusted lock that crumbled in his hands. Behind it was a room made of stone and dirt. In the center was a stone chair with dried brown stains.
Chains hung from the ceiling.
On the walls, the words were carved over and over. I scream so they won't. Jordan stumbled backward, gagging. His phone flickered and died. No signal, no service. The air grew colder. When he turned around, a figure stood in the doorway. A woman. Pale, gaunt. Her mouth was open in a scream, but no sound came out. She pointed at him, then vanished. Chapter 5. The Scream Grows. Jordan began to lose time. Hours disappeared. He'd find himself standing in different rooms, hands bloody with no memory of how. He tried to leave, the car wouldn't start. The woods seemed endless. He walked for what felt like hours, only to return to the same crooked mailbox. The family began to appear more often, in mirrors and reflections standing at the end of dark.